One of the biggest mistakes that I see new gardeners making is starting seeds at the wrong time, and it's something that I used to do all the time as a new gardener. And it's super easy to get the timing wrong, but before you know it, you'll have a whole bunch of little baby seedlings without anywhere to put them, or you'll have missed your window for actually starting your seeds at the right time. So today, I'll be showing you exactly how to calculate the right time for starting your seeds, and I'll even give you a free automatic way to do it with just one click.
Welcome to Mini Urban Farm, a channel about growing and raising food in the suburbs. If that's your thing, don't forget to subscribe and check out my course on growing tons of organic food in your backyard in only a few hours per week.
Alright, so I have got some seed packets here, and I'm going to show you the manual way to do this first before we skip all of the work and jump into the free automatic way to do it. But the first thing you're going to want to look for is not actually on the seed packets. Alright, the first thing you want to look for is your last frost date. And if you're not familiar with a last frost date, it's basically the time of year that you won't get a hard frost anymore, and it's okay to put things outside and start growing things in the ground and that sort of thing. All right, so if you don't know what your last frost date is, there's a super easy way to find it. Just jump on the computer, on Google or whatever search engine, and type in your zip code plus last frost date, and that will populate your zone and the last frost date for your region. I like to use almanac.com because they're usually pretty accurate, but of course it won't ever be 100% accurate, so just keep that in mind. Now, after you have that date, you're going to want to look on the back of your seed packet. All right, all of my seed packets have a whole bunch of information on the back of them. All right, so we will work with just one, and I have a few different notes depending on the seed packet. All right, so for example, this celery here says under the planting instructions that you should start your seeds between 8 to 12 weeks ahead of that last frost date. And then these cowpeas say that you're supposed to start them after the last frost date. It's not very specific as to when, but once the temperature warms up, after the last frost date sometime. And then this packet of milkweed actually has two separate set of instructions. It says when to start outside and then when to start inside. And then you're going to want to take all of your seeds and do that for every single seed that you plan on starting. All right, if you're starting tomatoes, you go to the back of the packet and you see how many weeks ahead of time you can start them inside or sow them directly into the ground. And you're going to go through the entire list and write down when you can start those seeds for everything that you are growing. And now the fun part is to actually calculate out when those things can be started, all right, based on the information you have on the back of the seed packet. So you can literally go onto a calendar and count back the number of weeks from that last frost date, or you can use an online calendar and just type in your date and, add or subtract however many weeks it is, and then write down that date as well on your tracker sheet. And just remember that your last frost date will change every year. So you're going to need to redo this every single season that you plan on growing things from seeds. Alright, so now you know how to do this the manual way. I'm going to show you the easy way to do it using my free seed starting calculator that I developed just for this purpose because I got so tired of doing this for every single vegetable every single season. Alright, so let me jump on the computer and show you exactly how it works.
Alright, so here we are in the Mini Urban Farm seed starting calculator. I'm going to show you exactly how easy this is to use. Alright, the only thing that you need to actually input in here is your last expected frost date. So if you haven't found that already, or if you don't know it off the top of your head, go ahead and search that and find the date. And then you can just come in here and change the yellow field here. I'm going to change this from April 1st, right? You can see it populates with this little calendar view here. I think mine was somewhere in February. I'm just going to go with February 1st. I think maybe it was a little earlier than that. But you can see when I did that, the dates automatically changed, right? So if I come in here and I want to say, all right, I'm going to start corn, for instance. If I'm starting them indoors in this group here, I should have already started them. All right. Of course, we're in mid-March, so this is already, for my growing season a little bit earlier. But nonetheless, if I wanted to have already started them, these are the dates. And then, for example, if I'm in a colder climate, right, let's say my last expected frost date isn't until mid-April or so, I'm going to go with April 19th, you can see that maybe, now's around the time you should be starting your Brussels sprouts and cauliflower, but leafy greens don't need to be started until the end of March, right? So it automatically calculates that for you. And then, of course, there are some special notes here depending on the types of things you are growing. And then it's pretty much as simple as that. All you need to do is input this field. Now, how is it that you get this calculator? Well, it is super simple. All you have to do is go into the description of this video and you will see a free seed starting calculator link. All right, it will take you over here. If you click on it, it takes you to this page, and all you have to do is pop in your first name, your email address, hit the Let's Go button, and then you will get an email message with how to access the calculator completely for free.
hopefully this has been helpful to understand when it is that you should actually be starting your seeds at the right time. All right, but that is only one step of the process. Now, there are so many other things that can go wrong with starting your seeds, including using the wrong type of seed starting soil. I have an entire video, an entire formula on the perfect seed starting soil. So if you want to see how I make my seed starting soil from scratch, check out this video right here.